Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I am Amanda. Behind the camera, I've got Pete helping me out today. Say hi, Pete.
Hello.
I love not getting the corny line like Josh gives me. Thank you. Today we are going to work on making some Halloween cards. So fun. Halloween is technically a little bit over a month away. However, if you're going to make a project in the classroom, you need enough time to be able to plan it out. So we thought it would be a great idea to get some Halloween ideas into your life before October starts. We've got a lot of different Halloween projects that we will highlight over the next few weeks. But the first up is going to be our Halloween cards. Also, if you do not follow us on our social media accounts, please do so. You can check us out at Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter or X, and YouTube. Also, if you ever make any of our projects, feel free to tag us on those as well. We love to see what you've created. It gives us a lot of enjoyment to see what you've done in your classroom. Also, if you want to check out our templates and our lesson plans and the different projects that we have available, you can find those at browndoggadgets.com, as well as our email address. You can check us out at help@browndoggadgets.com if you have any questions, anything you'd like to see us cover. You can check us out there. Awesome. We are going to dive into some Halloween cards. Ooh, awesome. Let's flip to that overhead camera. The one I am going to focus on today is this little cute black cat. We have, 7 different Halloween templates. However, only one of them actually says Happy Halloween. So if you have some, random thing you're doing with zombies that isn't Halloween related, we've got you covered. All of our templates, or most of our templates, do come in a color version as well as black and white. So you can decide if you want to do the coloring project as well, or if you're really looking just for that circuitry project and don't have as much time. The coloring projects are usually a lot of additional arts and crafts that really makes it pop and they can make it their own. I am going to do the version that's already colored in today. You'll also see on our templates that we have all of the tape paths lined up on the back for you. We've got little diagrams that go over everything where it needs to go to help you make it as easy as possible to complete. All right, so we've got our cute cat card here. The first thing we're going to need to do is we need to poke holes where the LEDs are going to go in the eyes. The best way to do that is either to use a safety pin or a push pin. Both of those work really well. And we're going to just poke through 2 holes in the eyes, right where it's marked on the front. It's best to do this with a safety pin or a push pin because if you try to do it with the LED legs, most likely they will bend or break before getting through the paper. When we print our cards here in-house, we do print on heavy cardstock. Ours is actually a glossy cardstock as well, but we would highly suggest printing out any of our templates on a heavier cardstock to make sure that it holds up to the stuff on the back. I know, it's a cute little kitty. Just for you, Pete.
Yes, I drew the kitty.
Awesome. So looking at the diagram on the back, I see that the long LED legs are going to be towards the top. That is really important to note. When we're looking at our LEDs, there is a positive leg and a negative leg on the LEDs. The positive leg is the longer leg, while the negative leg is the shorter leg. So we want to make sure that we have that lined up correctly. We want to make sure the positive leg leads to the positive side of the battery and the negative leads to the negative side of the battery to ensure that our circuit will work. So we said that the positive was on the top, so I'll put the longer leg through the top. And I'm going to hold it in place and just bend it down so it doesn't move around on me while I work with the other one. And I went with blue. I feel like I used green on way too many things for my demos, so this cat's gonna have blue eyes with green around it.
Some cats have blue eyes. Some have one blue, one green.
Ooh,
So
I like it.
that's always an option.
I'm doing it. We're switching it up. Thanks, Pete.
I know this because I played cat bingo the other day, which is bingo but with all cats. And
Right.
You get a bingo card with cats on it, and you learn about all the cats while you play it.
I love it. So yeah, we're gonna switch it up, and we're gonna have this cat have one of two different color eyes. Fabulous. Once again, the long leg is going through the top hole. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty stellar. And then looking at the diagram on the back, it says the long LED is going towards the top of the card. So I'm going to fold that or bend that up towards the top. And the short LED leg is going to get bent down towards the bottom. So now they're in place. Now I just need to actually get it set up and get some electricity flowing through it. At Brown Dog Gadgets, we have something called Maker Tape. Maker Tape is a nylon conductive tape that you use in place of copper foil tape, and it is by far superior in a lot of different ways. It is easier to use. You can't tear it. So when you're actually using that Maker Tape, if you pull on it, it won't break on you. So you don't have the problem of people's projects not working because the tape broke when they laid it down. You can remove it from the surface that you put it on. So if I lay it down and it's not quite in the right spot, I can pull it back and move it around. I can overlap two pieces because it's conductive all the way through. It just makes it really easy to use. Also, on this roll of Maker Tape is on a nice handy holder. All of the printable 3D printed files you can find at browndoggadgets.com. Those files are there for you for free. You can go check those out. So we've got the holder on there. We have a holder for the larger roll as well. And we even have a great little battery holder where you can put your coin cell batteries in here, keep them in place, keep them safe. They won't short circuit each other. Perfect. All right. So with our Maker Tape, you just hold towards the top, pull down a couple times, and you can pull it away. And you can do this a few different ways. You can pull it away from the backing, lay it down, and then cut it. You can measure your pieces and then cut them and then remove them from the backing. I kind of bounce around between all the different ways. And honestly, when I was in my office earlier today, I even just cut a long strip and worked from that. That is really helpful in the classroom as well. You can just cut about a foot of Maker Tape for students, and then they work from that. And if they need a little bit more, they can come to you. But then you don't have to have all these rolls laying around because if they're not on a holder like this, they will unravel and it creates a mess. So I am just going to take and cut some pieces here. I do see the first path is path A. I'm not going to listen today, and that's okay.
What?
I know. I'm going to start with C.
No.
I'm going to start with C, and that's okay.
All right.
Because all of my paths are going to overlap. And so if I don't go in that perfect order, it's going to be all right because they'll overlap and the circuit will still work. I'll do A now. How's that sound?
You do need A before B, of course.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I just went straight to C.
And do H last. But yeah.
Yes.
You can jump around between
That
the
is
first
true.
and the last of it.
And then what I'm doing is as I lay the tape down, I want to make sure it's making a good connection with those LED legs. So I'm rubbing my finger over the top and even running my nail along the side. I want the two tape paths to make a good connection and that bottom tape path to make a good connection with that LED leg.
You can also use like a Sharpie or a pen or something to kind of burnish down the tape just to press it into leg a little more.
Absolutely. So I've done tape path A, C, and I'm going to do D. I know, just really messing with you here, Pete.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to show you the odd-eyed cat then.
Oh,
so this is one of the cats. They're called
really
odd-eyed
pretty.
cats. Yeah, they're pretty wild. But they have two different color eyes, basically.
Well, now I feel inspired.
Like that. I know, right?
Look at that. All right, I'm going to make sure that that one is nicely connected. So right now I have both of my short LED legs connected, and I'm going to connect them to the negative side of the battery. To hold the battery in place, I am going to make what we call a tape loop. So it's literally just the kind of tape loop you would put on the back of a poster. It's just a small piece of tape that I'm going to roll up into a loop with the sticky side facing out. You notice it's not very big. We don't want it huge. If it gets too big, it can mushroom up the sides of the battery and cause a short circuit. So we want it just big enough where it will hold the battery down, but not too big where it's going to cause us problems. So I'm going to take my loop and I'm going to put it right on top of tape path A. Remember, the tape is conductive all the way through, so it will go from the battery through the tape loop and into tape path A. I'm going to take my handy battery holder and pop out one of my coin cell batteries. And I'm going to put that right on top of that tape loop. Now remember, our short LED legs are what's connected here, so that means that I need my negative side going to those short LED legs, which is the negative side of the LEDs. You can see it's also marked on the LED holes as well. So that would mean the positive side is facing up. Just like that. Now I'm going to continue by adding tape to my long LED legs. One thing I want to make sure of though is that I do not have tape right in the middle of those LED legs. If I have tape touching in the middle of my positive and negative legs, it will short circuit my project. It will not work. So we want to make sure that we give those a little bit of space there. That's why the tape path, you can see, starts a little bit farther away from the actual LED to ensure that we don't have that happen. All right. And I did not cut quite enough tape for myself, and that's okay. I'm going to come back and do letter E, making sure that it's nicely connected to that leg. And letter F. Remember, these are the long LED legs, or the positive side of the LEDs, so they're going to lead to the positive side of the battery. And I do need a little bit more. Like I said, you can also measure it out and then cut. But none of these diagrams need to be perfect. The great thing is that once students have a handle on doing stuff like this and building circuits like this, they won't need the diagram. They can create whatever makes sense for them and actually hook it up correctly. So once that understanding is there, it gives them a little bit of ownership and power in their circuitry and their designs. And then the last one, letter H, is going to come in contact with G, and then it's going to go up onto the top of the battery, onto our positive side of the battery. And then, as long as everything is connected correctly, my card should light up. Oh, I love the blue and the green. It's perfect. So now we've got our cat card all assembled. Like I said, this doesn't say Happy Halloween on it, so you really could use it for anything related to a cat. Let's be real.
I just made a cat card. I mean,
yeah.
It can be for Halloween. So, fun fact too, you'll see we have two different color LEDs, blue and green, and they're lit up evenly. And that is, of course, because we have built-in resistors in our LEDs. If you just buy some random LEDs and use them and they don't have resistors, you may get one LED much, much brighter. And in fact, one might not even light depending on which color combos you use. So that's just one more kind of extra thing we do in our LEDs to make them a little better for paper circuits and all of our projects.
And Pete, I can never remember which ones would light like the brightest and which ones, do you rember?
Oh, you
I know
remember?
Josh knows all those facts.
Yeah, because there's red, green, blue, and they each need sort of like a different amount of voltage or current. So I feel like red needs the least and blue needs the most
needs
or
a lot,
something,
doesn't
maybe. It might be. I can't remember. I always get them reversed, so...
I made the TARDIS yesterday and did my own paths inside, and I actually put a peel and stick motor and a blue LED connected to just one battery.
Oh, yeah.
And that blue light was pretty dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
So then we already looked at our ghost. I mean, this one kind of has more of a Halloween theme, but like we said, it doesn't actually say Happy Halloween.
What else are you going to use a ghost for?
I don't know.
It's got a little bucket for candy.
Creative. I used our color changing LEDs on the skeleton. This one does say Happy Halloween, but I do love those color changing LEDs. They just make it so festive. And of course, I have them so they're not actually changing it the same way. So, it works. Then we also have our zombie. I like his teeth kind of falling out of the mouth there.
Yeah.
Solid.
And that could be for a birthday or Christmas.
Doesn't
or whatever.
I think at Christmas would be a perfect time of the year.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Then we've got our jack-o'-lantern. Now, I know seasonally sometimes people don't do things strictly related to Halloween. You could read a book about pumpkins. The jack-o'-lantern kind of goes more with Halloween, but you could pull it off and it just be a pumpkin. It wouldn't have to be related to Halloween.
It could be a gardening card. It's a vegetable.
Exactly.
Anything goes here at Brown Dog Gadgets.
I mean, the mummy card you could give to your mummy for Mother's Day.
Or a nurse, or someone who works in the ER, whatever.
Draw some little crutches on them.
Yes.
Yeah, a get well card.
Uh-huh.
So many different things that you could use this for. Absolutely. And last but not least, we've got our witch.
That's just a lady with a broom.
Yeah. So if I didn't color her green, maybe it's thanks for cleaning my house.
She may have motion sickness. We don't know.
She might be a little nauseous. Absolutely. So we have a ton of different cards here that you can download for free on the website. Those templates are on browndoggadgets.com. You can jump on the website and download those absolutely free. If you want to actually get our LEDs, our maker tape, and sets of batteries, you can buy our paper circuits kit that has those LEDs, batteries, maker tape, as well as some binder clips if you want to go the old school route and actually fold a corner over. But that is all in our kit. It makes things so easy. If you have never used maker tape before, we have something called our sample kit request. So educators can go on browndoggadgets.com and request a sample kit. The sample kit includes some maker tape that you can try out. It includes making an LED name tag, which, by the way, we will be unboxing the LED name tag kit tomorrow. It also has a solar bug, so you can get an introduction to solar power. It has a bristlebot, as well as an acrylic name badge, which we'll be unboxing next week. And it has some inspiration to do a wearable felt project. So this is a great way to get introduced to maker tape. Check it out. This is free to educators. You email us and you get one there. Actually, it's not email. You request it on the website, browndoggadgets.com, and then we send it out to you and you can try it out. We've got lots of great things, but my favorite is the 2-color-eyed cat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So those are our Halloween cards. Please make sure to check us out on our social media accounts. Once again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. And tag us if you make those projects. Please tag Brown Dog Gadgets on those. We'd love to see what you've created. Remember, find us at browndoggadgets.com. Email us at help@browndoggadgets.com. I know I'm throwing those up fast, Pete. Otherwise, hopefully we will see you tomorrow when we unbox our name tag kit.
Unbox. Cool.
Have a good one. Thanks.
All right.